Ichigo Kurosaki versus Recoom. No last name.
Zap, do you want to open?
Oh, I mean,
Hold on, why is Stark not muted? Stark, fucking mute yourself, you son of a bitch.
Whoops,
I'll literally ban your ass out of existence, the fuck?
this is your server.
yeah.
Dude, I'll fucking appeal to Fnatic. I'll be like, dude, yeah, yo, Yuha only island level. Yes, ban Stark, please.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
Dude, Fanatics known Stark way long for a very long time. I don't think he would do that for something that petty.
I think he would.
Actually, nah, he thinks G-Walk Infinite 3D, so I don't know about that.
Yo, everybody's intruding on my debate right now. Me and Zap's debate. This is making me very upset. All right.
Oh, okay, we should probably redo intros, so,
Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
I don't know if this is on YouTube or not, but fuck it, whatever. Hey guys, episode here. I'm here with Bleach Hub. Pretty cool, chill.
No.
Chill? The fuck?
Absolutely.
I don't fucking know. Pretty cool, chill. Alright, whatever. Ichigo vs. Recoom. I don't know. I already did a video on this, but I don't 100% agree with it anymore.
It's bad.
Not that the results I feel are like, nah, this is second delete worthy. I don't know. I could argue against it. It's kind of why.
Well, it is your opinion that Recoom wins, but it is a false opinion.
Now we're getting
Ichigo thoroughly beats his meat on Recoom's face.
wait, beats Recoom's meat on his face? That's
No,
an odd
beats
image
his
to,
meat
like-
on Recoom's face, my nigga. What the fuck?
Alright, whoever's beating the meat, who's going first?
No, you can go ahead and open, buddy.
Oh boy,
Go
oh
ahead,
boy.
friend.
Probably remember where I even. Alright, so first things first, I think we could both agree that Ichigo is faster, unless we're gonna like talk about the Ginyu Force pods and Vegeta sensing and whatever, but I'm sure you got all sorts of Ichigo shit that could still like fight that. So I'll agree that Ichigo's faster. However, the fact that Recoom's like not even drastically stronger, but even like, stronger at all, especially since he's Dragon Ball character, should mean a lot. Also, that should mean that spiritual pressure shouldn't necessarily do much, since that only affects characters far weaker. And even it's not even that you have to be like equal for it to not affect you. It's just relative. I mean, you could still be technically weaker than the person you're facing. Just not by like a drastic margin or anything like that. So we know Recoom's definitely stronger, or at least I know. I don't know about you, but Recoom's stronger for sure. And because of that, a lot of the advantages that Ichigo would normally have are kind of forfeit.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and open and say that the fact that Recoom is stronger means absolutely nothing to Ichigo, as he attacks people on the astral level. That's the whole point of Zanpakuto's and Bleach as a whole, is that you attack people at the soul level. So Recoom physically being stronger would mean dick to Ichigo, as he's attacking him on the soul. So take him out that way. Also, Recoom being stronger is arguable. I'd say that they're more comparable in strength. Unless you could definitely get Recoom if you're just taking physical to physical stats. Yeah, you could try to say that Recoom's a little stronger than Ichigo. It's definitely possible, but they're definitely not relative. But again, that's all null and void as Ichigo attacks people on the soul level. Also, the main point that I would hold is that since Ichigo is faster, what is preventing him from just blitzing Recoom and one-shotting him is we know that Dragon Ball characters have like pretty shit durability when they're caught off guard. I mean, it's just shown like a lot. And, like, you have Blue Goku getting shot by a fucking laser or getting scraped by bullets, which have no business doing like any damage to him. So Ichigo being faster, like, why would he not just fucking blitz and kill Recoom?
Implying Recoom will be off guard.
Well, yeah, if Ichigo blitzes him, he would be off guard, yes. If Recoom doesn't see the attack coming, he would be off guard.
Yo, I mean, this is probably a little Alright, so in the afterlife, Recoom is like, granted, he was already dead, but he was still able to fight. Granted, he lost, but he fought, meaning his soul has been able to like take hits and throw hits and shit. Not saying that like Recoom's soul could just morph out of his body and start like throwing hands with Ichigo or whatnot, but he's dealt with that kind of situation before. Granted, with
That was after he died. That wasn't the alive Recoom on Namek.
yeah, but I mean
That
like,
was after he had to get converted. Like they get converted like into souls or whatever when they die or whatever like that.
yeah, it's just like his soul can take damage. You know, it's not like his soul's an immediate.
Again, that's after he dies though. That's not the alive like the. I don't believe actually. I don't believe any Dragon Ball characters while they're alive have very many feats of them fighting, like having astral defense.
I don't think souls is really a thing, physically in Dragon Ball until I think the original has some stuff, but I don't really think that's like it's mainly the
You may
afterlife.
be able to argue like some things with like Buu Saga because Goku's dead, but the whole thing with Goku is that he's not a soul. He was allowed to keep his body. Like that was the whole point with him. So that's a little odd, but
Still, but he still had the halo, so it kind of makes that weird. Oh, someone left.
anyway, so I would still need like proof that Ichigo doesn't just like even so like even if we just say that Recoom is stronger, even though I would say again that they're more relative in terms of power, I would definitely say that. But I would need to like see evidence that Recoom has any version of astral defense to block the hit from Ichigo, because otherwise Ichigo just blitzes and annihilates Recoom before he even knows the battle started.
I mean, faster than Goku Shiva thought. That's it's maybe pushing it, but at the same time, I'm sure the argument could be made. But in that case, you'll take Ginyu pods, more sense by Vegeta. But as for astral defenses, honestly, ghosts or quote unquote heavy air quotes ghosts or souls such a rare thing in Dragon Ball.
Wouldn't also hold on? This is something I just thought of. In the DBS episode where Raleigh comes in, weren't they not able to hurt the ghost of like that Doctor Slump villain? Like he was a ghost and like Goku and them weren't able to hurt him. The only one that was able to do was Beerus with the Hakai.
Vegeta mentioned it because of gag physics, but then Goku was like, "Yo, what's a ghost?" So it's like both, but at the same time, like original Dragon Balls dealt with that stuff before. Like, what was it? Devil Man or Tin
Devil
Man?
Man. I mean, they do the blue suit that has like the devil maybe or whatever.
Oh wow, how is that not copyrighted? But anyways, yeah, he attacks on like the astral, whatever it was. But Goku was like, "Nah, B."
Well, no, but his thing is also that he can only hurt people that are evil. He can't kill. He can't harm people that are good. That was the whole point of his attack. That's why Goku was able to neg it. Because Devil Man's beam only can it's only capable of killing people that are evil or like inherently bad or something along those lines, and that's why Goku is like, nah, I'm pure of heart, dude. Or he's like, I'm good, and that's why he was able to just kind of like fucking eat it, no diff.
Yeah, I mean, talk about astral stuff without bringing up, say, like video games, which is non-canon as fuck, is like there's so little of it in the actual show.
That's the whole point. Because again, and I only bring it up because that's the whole point of like the Bleach verse is that they attack people in the soul. Like it's their whole job as soul reapers.
I mean, they are souls.
Yeah. So again, like if Recoom doesn't have actual defense, Ichigo blitzes and like fucking cuts his soul.
Ichigo, because he's a ghost.
And then yeah, well then Recoom goes to the afterlife. He goes to the Soul Society. Fucks.
Wait, hold up. Are we talking? Wait, is this in the Bleach world or the Dragon Ball world? Because if Recoom goes in the Bleach afterlife, like the Soul Society, they're gonna meet up again. Then
Yeah, let's not go down this road. We're like, this is getting down some like really interesting things, but not even the premise of the debate. But
Ichigo in Dragon Ball's afterlife, that's fucking trippy.
he get fucking obliterated. Right, Supreme Kai like literally snapped his fingers and killed him.
Not inaccurate. But
Just a little fucking look. Well, maybe depends on how you scale Ichigo, of course. Depends on how you take certain feats.
we're gonna get like 7D because Aizen said he was a higher dimension.
Well, the highest you can logically get Ichigo is about fourth dimensional. If because Yuha was going to destroy, the world of the living, which has been stated to be the universe. A lot in the beginning of the series, which would be like that'd be up there with being a fourth dimensional feat. Also, we have the Hogyoku, which is capable of letting Aizen it lets him surpass time essentially because when he evolves to the point that he's above the cleaner, which I don't know if you remember in the Soul Society. You know that thing when they're running through the Don Guy world, that thing that chases them.
Yeet.
Yeah, so it's stated that that thing in the guides is like above time and space, and then Gin is like, "Oh yeah, that thing is it's a being of reason. You can't kill that." And then Aizen just looks at it and blows it up in one of his weaker forms. So it's like the Hogyoku has evolved him like beyond concepts of time and space. And then of course we all know that Ichigo beats up a much stronger version of that Aizen.
Hold up. Beginning of Soul Society arc, Ichigo outran something beyond time and space.
Yeah, let's. I'm not getting into any of that. All right, I'm not touching because there's disgusting wank you could do with the Don Guy world too and stuff. I'm not touching any of that right now. All right. Because then it runs into the issue of I have to keep up with my own arguments.
I mean, like, honestly, a lot of the stuff that there are astral defenses in Dragon Ball, it's just like, I'll have to bring up, like, yo, with Dokkan, I could give him, like, this amplification, or, oh, and, what was that old NES RPG? Fuck. Oh, fuck, what was it? I don't know, but you can give him, like, give him this stat, and it makes him, like, resistant, blah, 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 but it's like, I don't think. Now we're getting into video which granted they're literally just retelling of the same arc, so it's like the same person, but this time it's got stats and numbers because RPG.
Yeet.
So like if I bring that up and like there's like items that'll let him protect
Fucking
the soul,
items.
but that would basically just allow Recoom to tank an attack
That he shouldn't normally be able to tank.
that too.
You cheater. I ain't gonna let that happen around here. Right? That ain't gonna slide, buddy.
I mean, I don't think we really agreed on the video game Recoom, let alone some obscure ass NES RPG.
I mean, I could try to bring in like video game Ichigo, but isn't there like J-Stars Ichigo and like let's not.
Yeah, I was about to say, is Ichigo even have anything video game wise? Yo, if we want to go that far, fucking Mugen Recoom, that guy fights literally the one above all.
So yeah. Yo, but then that's actually something me and Naya were talking about the one above all, like not even being omnipotent. So this is again rabbit trailing right now, but
I think he meant the presence.
no. When I know this was off topic, but we were actually talking about the one above all when we were discussing that.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Because for whatever reason, the one above all isn't omnipotent now, and Naya was able to. He's like, here's my scans, and I was like, all right, good scans, buddy. I'm like, I don't really have a horse in this race because I don't fucking read comics, but whatever.
No, but John Kirby says otherwise.
Anyway, what do you have for me? Because I know Recoom, he's got his little dance that can like buff him and stuff, and he's got the omnidirectional wave that he can do.
Time?
What?
Wait, it wasn't just me where it cut out, right? I know I have a storm going on, but
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you right there, but like you hopped in where it's like
Okay.
yeah,
So basically,
or whatever, but
well, so basically, I was like, yeah, I know Recoom has abilities. Like he's got the ultra fighting bomb, which is like an omnidirectional key wave. He's got the dance, which amps his stats like temporarily, but even then, it's like it's all like null and void if Ichigo just blitzes and like fucking decapitates him.
Yo, actually though, Recoom has a speed specific amplification. Who's to say it can't just use that to keep up with Ichigo and slap
But would
him
he
before-
pop that at the very beginning of the battle? Like, is that in character for him to do so? Also, well, no, he would have to pop it faster than Ichigo could reach him, which again, Ichigo would blitz him before he can even do that. And even like so, best case scenario, is that like Recoom for some reason is like, you know what? I need to pop this immediately as soon as the battle starts, and Ichigo is still gonna close the gap and at least get a good hit on Recoom. And then from there, he literally just because they're temporary, right? They're not permanent amps, so he just kind of stalls it out by flying around. So. Hello.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just looking through stuff because I haven't.
I see.
I don't have my notes no more. I don't have my computer and shit.
Well, I see.
I know, right? But you got all. Well, actually, you don't have your stuff, but you know where to get it.
Yeah, if I need to, I could go roll up online and grab some. I didn't even get to finish my like 40 or like even 5D Ichigo stuff because I was gonna get into the Almighty.
Did you say the highest I could get is 4D?
Well, I remembered that Yuha is able to like look at an almost like or an infinite amount of different timelines. Which I don't recall if that was like 5D.
It's just
going
like
across. If you're able to hop between alternate timelines like that. And then we do know that Ichigo
Like, kind of just cut that guy in half.
Yo, but can you go back in time?
It's cutting out for me again.
Oh, I said yo, but can you go? Oh, well, you left.
Sorry, stuff. Yeah, if I ever just dip for like a second, it's because my thing was cutting out.
Well, I said yo, can you go back in time?
We haven't seen Yuha being able to go back in time.
Because if not, that's a no on 4D alone.
We do have Tsukushima being able to go back in time or like reverse time and such.
Yeah, I gotta reread Bleach.
And like Yuha's ability is pretty much just a more roided out version of Tsukushima's. I wouldn't say it's out of the possibility for Yuha to do so. Although for him, it's just like I can see why. Like I can see arguments for like why he wouldn't just alter the past. But at the same time, fucking Yuha's like, well, I can see the future. Why would I just not alter the outcome? And then if I don't like the outcome, just jump to this different timeline where I win.
Yeah, where were we at?
Yo, I'm still waiting for like Recoom like gets blitzed and dies.
Oh yeah. Yo, but like,
Do we have a
Ichigo-
time limit?
I don't think so. But
Dude, I'm not doing this for like 2 hours. Nigga, the fuck?
I mean, I don't have 2 hours. Fuck, it's 10:51 for me.
It's like 12:51 for me. I'm gonna be going fucking night soon. You kidding me?
But
I need my
yo,
sleep.
it's need to realize that's a threat before you need to start hopping around like a hippity hop.
No, because there's been multiple battles where Ichigo just like kind of like fucking cucks his opponents regardless of his strength. So like when he finishes his Bankai training, he absolutely obliterates the 3 lieutenants that come to like attack him, even though he knows that they're like no threat to him. He still like just blitzes and obliterates them right from the start.
Barehanded.
Yeah. And then he would have done the same thing to Byakuya too. Because when Ichigo initially enters Bankai, he's still far stronger than Byakuya. The only reason he spared Byakuya in that moment was because they had like a history. And Ichigo actually like wanted to like fight Byakuya and like beat him quote unquote fairly. Because like blitzing him and decapitating him or like slitting his throat wouldn't have been like very satisfying for Ichigo, I guess. In a way. So he was like, I actually want to like have a fight with you, and I need Kubo's also like, I need story, all right? I need this to be satisfying. We also see in like the fight against Aizen that like he takes it seriously from the start. He like literally palms Aizen at the very beginning and just like starts beating the shit out of him. So it's like, yeah, it's well within Ichigo's character to like go from the jump and just try to pummel his opponent. So, I still be heard. Am I dead?
Hold up. Okay, maybe now. The storm's finally subsiding.
I see. Beautiful.
What was I on about? Oh yeah. The Ki Blast should be able to affect Ichigo, however. 'Cause that is like from the soul. Just concentrated into pure
Okay.
like, fighting spirit.
So are we just now assuming that for some reason Ichigo doesn't blitz him and they start fighting? Right?
Well, no, because there's the omnidirectional stuff. Like,
Yeah, but
just-
again, I've already talked about why that doesn't matter because Recoom's not going to be able to get it off because he's going to get blitzed and get killed.
so he's not even gonna like take a step.
No, I doubt that's going to fucking happen. It's literally going to be Ichigo's like step 1 cut, step 2 dead.
Well, I mean, how big do you think the speed gap is in that case? Because I know there's a speed gap, but like, make it seem like Recoom can't even process a thought while Ichigo already went out to get a Slurpee when he cut us off. Like,
Well, I mean, all right. Well, go ahead and inform me on how like what do you think the gap is between these two? Just like enlighten. Like, how fast do you have Recoom at? What do you have him at?
I mean, I was thinking because like, end of series Ichigo is already what was it? Not Dangai, Muget's level and shit. Muget's was like fucking up Aizen, and Aizen's like even that Aizen was well above like the Stern Ritters who were like dodging. Well, not all of them, but like the ones
Not even the
dodging
Stern
lightning.
Ritter. That Aizen's well above like base hollows that can shoot beams of light, and that like Ichigo at the beginning of the series, right? Like was able to react to a beam of light from a Menos Grande. Like it's stated in the data books. Yeah, it's Ceros in the data books are stated to be beams of light, to be beams of spiritual light, and the only like people have tried to debunk that notion, by the way, by saying they're like, oh, well, it's spiritual light. I was like, well, the only difference between it is the reishi aspect of it. That there's no other difference between spiritual light and actual light, as we see with stuff like that.
That's like what was it? Over 300,000 hollows is like 300,000 times light speed or something.
Yo, you didn't hear me say nothing. We do see Aranero actually dodge light like pretty fucking casually, so no comment.
Yo, light speed Bleach since the beginning of series.
Oh, you do have the like Shuhei and all them dodging the Negacion pretty casually. They just jump off of it, and then the character and like Shuhei is fucking trash in that arc, dude. Like he's absolute garbage. He gets beat by Yumi Chika, who's like comparable to Ikaku, who got beat by a pre-Bankai training Shikai Ichigo. And it's like that Ichigo does Bankai training, becomes exponentially more powerful to the point that he can one-shot lieutenants. He has Bankai on top of that, and then just proceeds to get exponentially stronger throughout the series.
Yo, Bankai Ichigo's lightning speed, so you're already pulling out like base forms, fucking FT.
No. Actually, his the whole like lightning thing is a that's not like meant to like gauge his speed, because people like it's the data book says that, oh yeah, Ichigo moves like lightning. It doesn't say that he moves at the speed of lightning, which that is I believe that's a simile, if I remember correctly, if I remember my grammatical terms. It's a simile just to say that like, oh, Ichigo moves really fast. Because I mean, if I'm gonna say that, oh yeah, this football player, he's running down the field, he's moving like lightning. He's not actually moving like lightning speed. I'm just using that analogy to basically say that he's moving really fast. Especially since like right after that scene, not only do they does Byakuya increase the speed of his Bankai, but we also get the light speed feats like right after that, like with Negacion and shit. So we got like Bleach characters at like the beginning of the fucking series. Even if you want to like, there are some calcs that people have done. They're like, well, if you want to calc the exact measurements here, they the Negacion thing for Shuhei at least, they were like, well, that's like 70% the speed of light. Like it wasn't exactly light speed, but it was pretty damn near close. So like even if you want to like super hardcore nitpick, like it'd still be like it's pretty hard to still nitpick that. Is what I'm getting at.
Yo, looks like I am gonna have to pull out Vegeta Sensei and give me pod. Oh, you left for a little
Yeah,
bit.
did you hear my art? Did I make all my points?
Yeah, you made him. You made him. It's good.
Okay. I was like, fuck, I don't have to reiterate a whole lot.
That was a lot to repeat.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really do that, especially because talking like hurts right now.
Damn boo. But damn, it looks like I probably am gonna have to bring up Vegeta sensing the Ginyu pods and shit. But even then, that was like 5 million C. I want to say it could be wrong, but it wasn't like quadrillions or anything like that.
Also, it is like 1 in the morning for me. Do we have a time limit on this?
I mean, we asked that, but I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we have.
Fnatic would have been the one that was like, yo, this needs to stop.
Well, hybrid Yang. Did like either of you have the time? Or Cole's been recording, right? Cole, how long has it been going on for?
Yes, you could unmute yourself. Go ahead.
I want to know how long we've been going for.
You see, the thing is,
Oh,
the OBS Streamlabs doesn't tell me how long I record for.
during
Yeah.
the recording, it just doesn't let you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you could real quick, I
Uh-huh.
don't like if you wouldn't mind like just stopping right now, and then we could keep going if it hasn't been too long.
Yeah.
Now
All
I
right,
know what
go.
to do when we hear the end of this.
Go.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I'm just
you-
saying, like, everyone pretty much already knows, like, Recoom's tough boy or whatnot, but the astral defense or whatnot, we're gonna have to, like, pick from the games and afterlife, perhaps? Well, even so, Ichigo's still, like, a fast boy. So it's basically, like, a bullet and a brick wall right now.
Except, so my closing point would be that the brick wall analogy doesn't exactly work because Ichigo's able to bypass that like innate durability. So even if he was weaker than Recoom, he would be attacking him on the astral level, which would mean he just cuts through him like butter. But that's essentially, I guess I'll close right there because I'll just end up reiterating all my points, which I don't want to do.
We haven't
So-
really gotten further than this, which honestly I didn't think we would. Like, there's no reason to. Unless
we can
we're
go
all
hang out in
specific,
the.
like abilities and shit, or how a grappler would do against a swordsman.
You just want to Yang hybrid. You guys gonna like discuss it, and we'll just go hang out and. Zap, let's go hang out and have fun, dude.
Yo, let's get some Dairy Queen.
Yeah, boy, let's go.
Look at some beef cups.
Which chat we going to? All right, have fun. What's good? All right,
Oh, man.
so
Get, like, that movie.
if I may, while we are in a different chat, I'm still recording. Couple of points that I thought of. Can I say it?
Oh, you're still recording, alright?
Yeah, the debate's over, so feel free to bring up anything you want.
All right. So first things first. With Ichigo just absolutely butt fucking opponents that he didn't need to. When the Sternritter females came in and started to gang up on him, Ichigo ripped off Candace's arm and plowed Menina's into a clock tower. Who is confirmed at the time Menina's was as strong as Zaraki pre-Shikai. So that
Isn't it a data book or something?
that's I can't remember where it was confirmed, but it is confirmed. I remember James telling me. I remember
It
James
probably-
telling
yeah,
me
it probably
that.
would be in
But
a light novel.
yeah, it was. It was in the
That sounds like some light novel shit where they're just
yeah.
like, oh yeah, Meninas is as strong as pre-Shikai Kenpachi because why not?
It was in We Do Not Always Love You.
Of course it was.
So that right there shows how fucking powerful Menina's or Ichigo is. Second off, the Zanpakuto literally translates to soul cutting blade. So regardless of if Recoom is in
Hold on,
physical
hold on,
form.
hold on. Cole, I do want to interject real quick. You
Yes.
can't just use the translations because Getsuga Tensho like translates to like moon cutting like fang or whatever, and like so like Bankai Ichigo's like cutting the moon
I mean, he could. Shit.
or Big Bang Attack
Going-
Vegeta.
Going to all right, Big Bang Attack can blow up a planet.
Yeah, but like fucking
Ow.
Cell Saga.
But no, the point I'm trying to get across to is
Cell's name is Cell. He's Cell level.
Alright,
Yeah, you're right.
let's let him finish. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I started this by interrupting him.
The point that I'm getting to is that the Zanpakuto is literally made for cutting souls, cutting blades. Kisuke said in Ichigo's Shikai training that only a Zanpakuto can cut a soul. Now, obviously, we know that later on in the series that's not completely true. Hatos can do damage. Quincy arrows, Seros, Balas, things like that. But the fact that the Zanpakuto is specifically made
Fire if you go by the Bount arc.
fuck fire. Look, we don't talk about that, alright? That's not something we need to bring up right now.
Zap gets to bring in non-canon information, and I get to bring in the bound.
I mean, honestly, it was the only way I could get, like, because I know I lost, like, it astral defense and speed. Like, the speed I could probably get around, but astral defense, like, yo, I literally brought up an old Famicom RPG.
Oof.
Like, that's some low levels.
Got that right, shit.
I was gonna bring up that I was like, yo, why does Ichigo even need to take a step? Why doesn't it, like, just he existing, like, just crush Recoom?
Oh, that
Like,
brings me to my
and then
third.
when Recoom, like, tries to go into, like, touch Ichigo, he just gets obliterated, like, the guy that touched Aizen. Because Recoom having no spiritual pressure would literally mean, in Ichigo's eyes, he's as strong as, like, that random human that tried to touch Aizen.
I mean, cheese like we have to.
No, shut the fuck. That's
Okay.
the kind of guy that's like, well, you know, Goku could make a Rasengan because Ki and Chakra are pretty similar.
Okay, but that brings me to my third point. And Zap, this goes against you because Final Arc Ichigo is not the strength of Mugetsu. He's actually stronger. It's when he was approaching Yuha stated, "I see that you've gained back the power that you used to defeat Aizen." While Ichigo was
before
only
the
in
throne
Shika.
room. It was after he, like, cut the Soul King.
Yeah.
It was like the power you gained to defeat Aizen, and now you've retained it.
Exactly. And that was only in Shikai form, meaning he's
Yeah, it's like, but that's like Shikai, like, not even amping himself, because we know that Shinigami can, like, suppress and, like, raise their power, kind of like Dragon
Yeah.
Ball characters can.
and Recoom can't sense spirit energy
Yo, it's literally
or power levels. He can't sense any of that because they rely on scouters and stuff. But yeah, that's those are my bullets on it.
Yeah, I saw you try to bring up fucking Devil Man.
Hey.
Sneaky bastard.
So I thought it was Devil, because Devil Man's another character that's not even shonen. Like, I'm
Is he
surprised.
the guy that wears the blue suit? Are you talking about that Devil Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dude
his
that
Devil Man beam. Yeah, that's the one that he can only kill.
Devil
Man
beam.
He had to be
Yeah, I'm
bad.
Well,
surprised
that
they
was a
didn't
depressingly
copyright it.
one-sided debate. Bleach Hub, you won. No
All right.
contest.
Swaggeroony, my doodaloony. With that being said, catch you guys in the next episode of whatever the fuck this was. Sweet dreams, pals. I'll give y'all outros. No.
Oh, that was your outro. I was like, is Cole going to sleep?
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
interesting.
didn't know